So after you lost contact and all that stuff. Not that you fell off and nothing like that.
No, we fell off.
Or you fell off 100%. Completely.
I thought I was gonna be a rapper for the rest of my life.
Oh shit. Okay.
I thought I was gonna make millions of dollars rapping.
Yeah. I mean, everybody who raps, they assume it.
You think that?
Yeah, no doubt. It's a big business, you know what I mean? And there's thousands of people. It's like playing sports. There's millions of people trying to do the same shit you're trying to do. You know what I mean? And it's a tough game. You know what I mean? It's about who's more consistent and who does the, out of the ordinary type shit.
Yeah, you gotta go above and beyond. You can't be average Joe.
Yeah, no doubt. So, you do clothes, you have your own clothing brand. How did that come about, into your life? Did you always have a thing for clothing or?
Well, yeah, we grew up liking like the newest shit. Making clothes wasn't a thing for a while. I started a few other like t-shirt brands, Usual Suspects. It wasn't legit, it wasn't a business, but I sold them, I made money off of them. I wasn't serious about it.
Yeah.
But it all just started from wanting my own shit, I want to wear my own shit.
Yeah.
I don't want to wear everybody else's shit.
I mean, you gotta start somewhere.
Yeah. And we started like that. That's how the idea popped. Of
clothing?
Yeah, the idea popped in my brain. And then once I started becoming like business savvy, I knew how much you can make selling a t-shirt.
And did you have to do your own research on how to figure that out, or
100%.
Someone gave you game about that?
I didn't get any game. In the beginning, I didn't get any game from anyone. I had to look it up. But then you get game from people you don't know.
Yeah.
Go online. You try to study people that are already doing it, or even copy them. You know what I mean? But no one I knew around me was doing it.
Yeah. So would you read books, or you would go on the internet? Or?
I go on the internet.
Yeah.
I don't read books. I would go on the internet, like Google, YouTube.
Yeah. Was there anybody in particular that you would look up to in the clothing brand or clothing industry type, fashion?
Now, Randall Pitch.
Okay.
He has Live Fit and Top Threads. That dude's a mastermind when it comes to just creating exclusive products for people that do well.
Yeah.
That also comes with knowing marketing and all that, branding, knowing how to, shit that people like, shit that looks good. Randall Pitch, I look at him. Who else, man? There's a few, bro, that I follow faithfully.
Yeah. That
I think are like the best at the game that I'm in.
Yeah, no doubt.
Yeah.
So how'd you come about your logo?
Never Scared. Never Scared. So, Never Scared came from my cousin Gabe. I was still tattooing, maybe like, I'm 30. So maybe like 11, 12 years ago, I tattooed it on his back. This was his. But we all said it, we all live like this. Never Scared was a lifestyle way before it was a clothing brand. And I tattooed it on his back. It was one of the dopest tattoos I've ever done. And no ideas of it being a clothing brand at the time.
Yeah.
But that's how it started. My cousin came up with the saying, and just the way we live, the way we move. Never Scared. It's not. I mean, a lot of people get it twisted with like Never Scared. It's not a street thing like that. I mean, it can be. Yeah. Never Scared is whatever you make it.
Well, it's a lifestyle.
It's a lifestyle, yeah. So whatever lifestyle you're living, do it at its full potential.
No doubt. I mean,
don't half-ass anything, and don't be scared to stop doing one thing to chase what you want to do.
Yeah.
Yeah,
no doubt. I mean, Never Scared, it says a whole lot just within itself.
Yeah.
You could be dirt biking, don't be scared to take that jump.
Yeah.
You could be a boxer, don't be scared to throw them hands and get knocked the fuck out.
Exactly,
you know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Or, just don't be scared of life in general.
Yeah.
Whatever it is.
100%.
So, how'd you come up with the logo is what I want to know. Because, the way you have everything designed, it's simple, but it's real catchy, and it's easy to catch someone's eye, and I'm like, damn, that's dope.
Well, I have a few logos, so I mean, how I came up with the logos in general.
Or the first logo.
The first logo, just like me being an artist, drawing, tattooing. I know what I like,
Yeah.
And it's more so I did it off of what I like to see.
Yeah.
And then I think about, you know, oh, people might like this shit.
Yeah.
But I came up with it drawing on a piece of paper. I love lettering. You know, I follow a lot of lettering guys. Just growing up, you know, our culture, a lot of lettering. You see, you get letters from prison from your people, your pops or something. They got the best handwriting.
Yeah.
So you want to, you know,
straight ass.
Yeah, the best handwriting. So I learned that, and I got really good at it. And then tagging too. That's how all these logos get made off of just having artists around me and being an artist. And I'm not the only one that comes up with these logos either, you know.
Yeah. Who else who helps you with your logos?
Nolan Hatton he's the main Never Scared designer.
What does he do?
He's a tattoo artist out of Santa Cruz, out of here.
Okay.
Aptos, I would say. Nolan's from Aptos. He's a tattoo artist from Aptos. He's amazing. I would say world-class tattoo artist, but he's the Never Scared designer. He's part of the team, and now I'm at a point to where like my designs were cool, but my ideas are better.
Yeah.
And he's so bad at what he does. I shoot him my ideas and he brings them to life. Like this is Nolan.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Is this right here the first logo? One of the first ones or what?
No. One of the first ones is the one with the X in the middle.
Got you.
Yeah. And then this one.
It's the one that you got on the hat.
Yeah. Oh, there you go. Yeah, the one I have on the hat. Yeah, that's one of the first logos. Yeah. And that came just from me, you know, loving lettering, people's lettering, throwing shit together. Yeah. But Nolan did this one. This was an idea of mine. I wanted a simple script, and then Nolan just made it catchy. Me and him together.
Yeah, no doubt. You got to compromise.
And but now I'm at a point to where I call him like, hey, I have this idea.
Yeah.
This is how I want it, and I've known Nolan for 20 years.
Yeah.
So when I tell him something, he knows what I want.
He just adds shit on.
Bro, and he knows how I like it. So anything he does, he tattooed my whole body.
Yeah.
So anything he does, I'm like, yep, that's the one, let's do it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So without him, I wouldn't have any of these logos. Even my own logos, like even the ones he wasn't involved in, he inspires shit. You know what I mean? That dude's very inspirational.
So when you printed your own shirts, how did you start off? Did you start off selling out the trunk? Did you have, you know, pulling up to people's houses or them coming to you? I mean, you know, you had to start somewhere before you got all this.
Yeah, me and my cousin Joe Norco, I started off making hats only. I patched hats. I put patches on hats, and they were the original Never Scared logo.
Like the independent hats type, you know, stitching or.
They were embroidered heat press patches.
Oh.
I started off with like $228. I bought $228 worth of blank hats. I got some patches, and I pressed them on, and I had maybe 50 hats. And I went to all my homies and I was like, hey bro, I'm starting this clothing brand. And you know, you get those few people who are like, Nico, come on, fool, quit playing. Like, we know you're starting the clothing brand again. Like, here we go. Yeah. But then I have people who believe in my vision. My cousin Stephen, my cousin Joey, my cousin Gabe.
Yeah.
And they bought me out. They'd shoot me all the cash, top dollar for all the hats.
Yeah.
Gave it all to me. And I took that money, flipped it. I started making t-shirts, and then my cousin Joey's grandma's house, Boba's house, every weekend, every Saturday, Sunday, sometimes Friday, I would make a post on Instagram, hey, we're gonna be here at this time and this time. If you wanna buy some gear, come through and buy it. And we would sell out every weekend.
So it was like a little pop-up shop?
Pop-up shop. And then
out the house.
But out the house. So we just shoot. You know, if people were interested in buying stuff, we'd send them the address directly because we didn't want to post the address online. But yeah, we would have pop-up shops, and then if people wanted stuff that didn't make it to the pop-up shop throughout the week, and we weren't having I would never do a pop-up shop through the week because I was still working my regular job. And so was my cousin Joey, and so me and him would be flipping them like, hey, we'll pull up right now. What do you want?
Yeah.
Here, this is what we got. People would buy it out of the trunk. Excuse me. And that's how it started.
Dope.
That's how it started.
So did you start off with one color? Because I know when you start off in the what do you call the shirt, the clothing industry type stuff, a lot of people they start with the X amount of money and they're like, well, I can only afford, you know, one color, but I could get medium, large, extra large, all that stuff. Was it just one color, or you were able to get multiple colors, multiple sizes?
I was blessed enough to be able to sell those hats, and I sold them for so high that I made enough money to get all sizes anyone needed, and a few different colors at a time. So I dropped like, I don't know, I dropped probably like 5 different colors when I started making t-shirts. And then I would mess up, bro. People would come in and be like, hey, you should make this color. I would make that color. I don't recommend anyone does that either. That's the dumbest thing you can do. Don't let anyone impair your vision on what you got going on.
Well, I mean, it just ain't for them at the time.
Exactly, exactly. You know, I made the mistake of doing that, losing money like that. But it was never lost money because I only started with $228 of my own money. I've never put another penny of my own money back into this company.
Since you started?
With $228. I've never put a penny of my own money back in this company. This company generates its own money and spends its own money. I don't put any of my money into it.
Yeah. So you basically got your own blueprint, basically, or you're still creating it because you're not done.
No. Yeah, this was like, all right, trial and error.
And you know, I've been following your clothing for a minute probably since you started.
100%.
How long did it take to like build it up to what it is now? It's been, I don't know if it's been more than even 2 years or a year.
It's been 1 year last month on the 24th. It's almost 1 year and 1 month.
So this month?
This month it'll be 1 year, 1 month on the 24th, yeah.
Wow. That's big.
So I think, like I said, growing up in Santa Cruz and Watsonville, I know a lot of people. We know a lot of people, you know what I mean? And a lot of people respect us and they support anything we're doing.
Yeah.
You know, I could have been selling hot dogs at a hot dog stand, bro. I'd have that bitch lined out down the street, 300 people. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
So I was very blessed to have people who support me and, like, I wouldn't say believe in me because I don't even want to give anyone the fucking credit because most people doubt you. And for a fact, a lot of people doubted it.
Yeah. But I mean, like, with a brand like this, most people believe in the brand than they believe in anything because they wouldn't be rocking it. There's a reason why they like it. You know what I mean?
But there was a point to where I had to prove that. Yeah. Like, this is it. Watch me, motherfucker. No doubt.
When I seen you post that you were getting your own building and store, I was dumbfounded. I was dumbfounded because I was trying to comprehend how you started off with pop-up shops and you know, out the trunk basically to bam, I'm getting a store.
Yeah, bro.
Like,
You know
what I mean?
I just I mean, you know, like the way my mind developed to what it is now and what it has been since I started it.
Yeah.
I was just like, I'm gonna make this shit. If I say if I believe it in my head, it's gonna happen, and I'm gonna make sure of that. You know, pretty much anything I do in life now, when I think about something, that's really how it works. It's, you know, the law of attraction of me knowing what I want it to be and what it is gonna be. Not even want's a word you probably shouldn't use, but what it is gonna be.
Yeah. Basically, you need it.
Yeah, bro. I need it like I need to breathe.
Yeah,
and it's gonna happen, and I just did it. I can't even tell you how I did it. I just did it.
So how were you able to, you know, because you were working a job, you said, while you were pushing your clothing, how were you able to make that leap and be like, well, I'm going to quit my job so that I could pursue this full time? What was going through your head? You were scared? You were, how were those feelings?
I'm never scared, fool. I was never scared.
You're never scared?
I feel like if I was in a position where I was like, fuck, should I quit my job? And right when I felt like that, I knew I should have. So I did it. But then also there was like a financial position you want to be in so you can quit your job. Don't be a fucking dummy.
Yeah.
Don't quit your job like, I'm going to start a brand right now. Fuck it, I'm going to quit my job. That's not how it works.
Yeah.
You know, I'm not an idiot either.
Yeah.
So I saved up the, you know, X amount of dollars. I ran it by my lady, like, look, I'm gonna stack this much money up and I'm quitting and I'm doing this full time.
Yeah.
She believes in me. So when I say something, she knows how I am, you know, she knows I'm gonna get that shit done. So when I did that, I saved up that money. I'm like, fuck it, I quit. I had a great job, you know. I was working in behavioral health therapy for 8 years. And I just, you know, let them know, hey, I gotta go, I got something else going on. Yeah. And I just, boom.
I mean, I kind of think that would be tough in a sense because, I mean, me knowing you got a family, right? You got kids and whatnot. That has to be in the back of your mind, right?
Yeah.
So how are you able to manage that part? You know, because as your family kind of has to come first in some kind of sense, but at the same time, in order to pay the bills, you have to be able to do what it is that you want to do.
So in that same aspect, the way you say that, the reason I did this was for my family. So that's why it was so easy for me to make the transition. I have two girls. I have two kids that that need me and count on me and look up to me. And I knew what I was gonna do, and I knew no matter what, it's gonna happen. Yeah. And so it wasn't hard for me to be like, oh shit, like I might need this job. Fuck that, I don't need a fucking job. Yeah. I'm gonna create jobs and I'm gonna make it regardless. This shit's it's not an option. There is no option. Yeah. You know what I mean? So overall, this is for my kids and my family. So that's why it was easy for me to take that jump.
No doubt, no doubt. Yeah. So what kind of goals do you have, or where do you plan on taking Never Scared?
Never Scared, it's going to be a worldwide brand. But my goals for like the company as a whole, I want to, feed my entire family off of it, not just my immediate family. I want everyone to work under the Never Scared umbrella. Yeah. And I also want to, I'm going to give all the game that I know, everything I know about how I built a brand or how I'm building a brand, because this shit ain't built yet, bro. Yeah. This is barely the surface, but everything I know, I'm going to give it back to the world, bro, back to the universe, tenfold than what I got it. That's the only way to get, the way you get anything, you have to give it away.
No doubt. You got to build some kind of solid foundation so that you could build your empire up without it, being wobbly and stuff like that. So do you have any plans on what kind of route you're going to take it to, or is it just, what I mean by that, route, I'm talking about are you going to try to aim for, just a clothing brand, I'm just going to push a clothing brand, or am I going to try to shoot for motocross and try to push it that way so that it catches on faster to,
Yeah, so right now I have a sponsored motocross rider. He's a young kid. He kills it. He wins races all day long. So I've been in that field for months and months now. My cousin Stefan, he's a Harley stunt rider. I sponsor him. Without him, this brand wouldn't be there. I got a couple skateboarders that I sponsor. They ride. So action sports is a field that I love. We all grew up skateboarding, doing shit, so I love that anyway. But that Harley shit here in Santa Cruz County, that Harley stunt shit, my cousin Stefan holds that shit down. Yeah. And he's also an entrepreneur too, you know what I mean? But other than that, that savage fucking bike riding, motocross, action sports, I'm always gonna be in that field. And that'll always be a part of the brand, but it is gonna be a clothing brand, a lifestyle brand, street brand, whatever someone wants it to be to them. Overall, it's gonna be a business that provides jobs for people I love and care about, so we don't have to work for somebody else. We can build an empire that feeds our family forever.
No doubt.
That's the goal for Never Scared.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's the whole reason why I kind of explained it that way about the motocross, because when I think of Never Scared, me, I'm a sports type person, and so when I think of Never Scared, I feel like you're supposed to face your fears, or be fearless in whatever it is you do, no matter what it is. It doesn't matter what it is. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Someone hit me the other day and was like, "Is this a knockoff of No Fear?" Yeah. So you're a knockoff of No Fear. What are you talking about? Yeah. But yeah. So yeah, I mean, that's exactly the aspect. Be fearless in anything you do. Business. I've grown to be a very business-minded, I would like to say. I wouldn't say I'm good at it, the best at it, nothing like that, but the way I think is how can I better everyone around me's future? Everyone around me, any way, shape, and form I can create someone to have that same mentality, to be never scared and chase your dreams, do your goals. That's the overall the overall push behind me.
Well, one thing I noticed about your clothing brand and your Instagram actually is that you do raffles a lot.
Yeah.
You know, does that play a big part in, or why do you do raffles at all?
So, I've never even heard anyone say this, why they do raffles, because it always sounds good. You know, you're like, fuck, this motherfucker's giving away a Harley Davidson? No fucking way. Why do they do that? So why I do a raffle, I gotta say why anyone else does a raffle, but why I do a raffle is for brand awareness. Yeah. Even if I lose money on the raffle, motherfuckers are gonna know, like, holy shit, this guy opened a store in less than a year. He's giving away a $10,000 Harley or $5,000 cash. Like, what the fuck? Yeah. It makes people want to come in here and see what the fuck's going on. Yeah. So that's why I do a raffle. And with that $5,000 or that bike, the Harley Davidson that we're currently giving away, you could change someone's life with $5,000.
Oh, no doubt.
You know what I mean? And all they have to do is come in and spend a little bit of money to get a ticket. It's more of a giveaway. It's not a raffle. A raffle, you buy a ticket to a raffle. It's a sweepstake or a giveaway where I'm.
No carnival.
Yeah. Where I'm giving shit away. You know what I mean? And all you got to do is come buy some gear. You know, I'm not asking you to give me your money and you don't get nothing in return, whether you win or lose. No, you get quality clothing in return, high quality clothing in return, and you might win $5,000 or a Harley Davidson that you could sell, ride, do whatever the fuck you want to do with it. You know what I mean?
So I got a 2-for-1 question before we start wrapping everything up. What's the best thing about being a business owner? You know, because you quit your 9-to-5, you're a business owner now, right? And what keeps you motivated to come in every day or to keep pushing your brand every day?
The best thing about being a business owner is nothing. No, I'm just playing. Not working for anyone. Yeah. No one telling you what to do. Yeah. You're making money for your purpose, not for yourself, for your purpose. Yeah. And you're not paying for somebody else's dreams. Usually when you have a job, a regular 9-to-5 job, you're paying for somebody else's dreams. You're punching a fucking clock. You're getting shit minimum wage for a pay, and all that money's going to this dude that you're over here doing whatever you're doing. It's going to somebody's pocket. No doubt. That shit ain't your money, and you're getting paid pennies to do it. Yeah. Fuck that. My kids aren't gonna do that. Yeah. So my motivation is my family, my children, the people around me, to put them in a position to where that's not even a thought in their fucking mind where they're like, I gotta go get a job to pay my bills. No doubt. Like, no. This is what you gotta do. Let me teach you what you gotta do. Whether it's with Never Scared with me or not, I can help you, guide you into a position to where you don't have to, you go make your money. You don't make money for somebody else. No doubt. And your money makes money. There's ways to do it. I don't want my kids to ever go and have to have a boss and somebody paying them pennies to live a mediocre lifestyle. No That's doubt. Not what it's about. That's not what life's about. Yeah. You know what I mean?
I mean, I've always known you as an unselfish person. Whenever we link up, it's always, it goes from a 10-minute conversation to a 2-hour conversation.
Me and you.
And it's nothing but game. It's nothing but just exchanging ideas and stuff like that. And, you know, I appreciate that to the fullest.
Likewise.
So, with that being said, do you have any advice you could give to people who think about starting their own brand, or if not, have already started their brand and just don't know where to take it?
The shortest advice I could give somebody, without sitting here for 3 hours and breaking it down, the way you do anything is the way you do everything. So if you have a brand and you feel like it's not going somewhere, it's because of you. Yeah. It's the way you live your life. Yeah. So most likely, hey, my brand's not kicking off, people aren't catching on to it. Well, what the fuck are you doing? Yeah. You probably live a mediocre lifestyle to where you wake up late in the day, you have a half-ass giddy up in life general. Yeah. So, like, the way you do anything is the way you do everything. So you need to, like I said, you need to want it as bad as you want to breathe.
Consistency.
Yeah, and as bad as you want to breathe. This dude, I think he's a sports coach. Yeah. He had a story. I don't know exactly how the story goes, but he talked about going out there and holding someone's head under the water. You probably heard it. Yeah. And as bad as you want to breathe, come up and take that breath, that's how bad you need to want to be successful. No doubt. And it'll all come. Yeah. It'll all come.
No doubt. I think I know what motivational speech you're talking about, too. But, look, man, I appreciate this whole interview, letting us pull up on you, giving us game to drop for the people. You know, because at the end of the day, none of this is for me. It's to motivate the people, inspire the people, because they might have the same idea as you. So I appreciate you giving us your time and pulling up, like I said.
I appreciate you coming here and interview me.
Hell yeah.
I love you, brother.
Love you too, brother.
Yeah.
Yeah, so this is just another episode of Urban Moguls to Be, right here with Nico from Never Scared. If you don't know, now you know. Where can they find you?
You can find us at Never Scared Lifestyle on Instagram, neverscaredlifestyle.com. Email us at neverscaredlifestyle@gmail.com. Just hit us up, ask us questions.
You in Aptos right now?
Yeah, I'm in Aptos, California. The store's in Aptos, California. 9032 Soquel Drive, right next to Freedom Tattoo, right next door.
Now you know, pull up, find out, get your issue. It's another episode of Urban Moguls to Be. Stay locked in, like, subscribe, press that notification bell. You know the whole shebang.
Yeah, that.
Yeah.